Even in the world, like I told you, most of y'all know who I am, but some people call me poet, some people call me prophet. My presentation name is not for sale, because the gift God gave us, man, you can't put a price on it. Take all those names, throw them away. They don't mean anything. The only name I want you to remember on this platform is the characteristics of Jesus, the knowledge of the universe and God, and that's the names I want you to remember when I leave. Now, before I go, and I've been, like I told you, I've invested in me. You understand what I'm saying? And you can't really be the best person until you understand to invest yourself in, and yourself wholeheartedly. And that's me with integrity and honor. You understand what I'm saying? I see some people, you understand, I don't know. I've been putting out messages, but I see some people are behind in their homework. You understand? So I want to give you a quickie. I want to try to boost you a little bit further to where I'm at. Because like I told you, you understand what I'm saying? People, they call me AI. I'm just getting ready to transform within the next month or so. It's going to be hands-on. I'm going to step right out of the 5D into the 3D and show you in the 3D that the 3D ain't nothing about the AI. You understand? I'm a real human being. You understand? And I want to share something with y'all. If you ever find, because people are busy looking at their past, but if you ever find somebody in your life that is 10 toes down with you, completely honest, 10 toes down with you, and willing to walk with you, I understand what I'm saying? And you begin to betray them people and do everything and hide all kinds of stuff to those people and come up against those people. You understand? What happens is this. He said, and you'll never meet the same person twice. So what happens, you will cause a separation between you and them people. Here's the hint. Out of all that betrayal you've done, what you did, if you've put a generational curse on yourself, you put a curse on yourself. It's not anybody else, it's you. Because what happens is this. Even if that person decides to invite you back into their life, guess what? It's not the same person. You're busy looking at, I remember when it was like this. Oh no, that person is not coming as the same person. So that's why I put so much emphasis on my relationships today. You understand? I don't just go get entangled up with anybody or anything and sit down and like eat stolen bread. You understand what I'm saying? I'd rather drink bitter water. You understand what I'm saying? But if people come and they was authentic to you and good to you, went to you, which was on your back, the hospital, all that stuff, and you turn around and you betrayed them people, you have put a curse on yourself. Because when the people come back in, don't expect them to be the same people. They're not. You're dealing with a different human being now. You understand what I'm saying? And they're not going, so now you have to put 10 times the work that you put in before. When you were just sitting in that place, God took you and sat you there. And you were just sitting in that place. Now you got to do 10 times the work to regain your integrity and your honor. And that's if they even want you back in. You understand what I'm saying? But the whole part is that's me. You understand what I'm saying? If I invite you into my circle, you understand what I'm saying? And I'm being good to you, you're constantly trying to downplay me, throw me under the bus, and I know who they all are. You understand what I'm saying? That's I've been through so much. I've been through so long, so little I'm qualified to do anything or nothing. You understand what I'm saying? With zero, nothing, I go out here and I can create just like my creator. And that's what we do. We create. I'm not bowing down to society norms I'm not blending in the wall with anybody. You understand what I'm saying? There's a new set of teachers that are coming through, you know, and you're looking at one of them. You know, you don't have to believe it, but like I said, look at my walk. You know, I remember some days, man, I was out here, and people, you know, they thought they knew me. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, if I'd have showed them, they wouldn't believe it anyway. I had holes in the bottom of my shoes. I was out here walking, and people shot and didn't say nothing. And I'm like this: if you know somebody's planted against me, and you don't come and make me aware of, you're a part of it anyway. I said, being guilty before the fact and after the fact. So you ain't on my team anyway. I'm saying you have to go to all those people that you dumped on that team. When you need help and be saved, you have to go to those people. You can't sow in the Marine Midland and come over here to Jamaica Savings and think that you can get a return. You know, it's not going to work that way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting that message out tonight. I'm going to go and get me a shower. I got a big day tomorrow, you know. And, you know, change people, places, and things too. Yeah, they tell you this in these programs and stuff. You got to change people, places, and things. And I didn't understand what that meant. You understand? And what that means is that if you're trying to get somewhere in life, you're not going to get there by dealing with people that's been sitting in the same place for 30 or 40 years. You know, you'll get what they got. You understand what I'm saying? And so you have to step out in fear. I'm a catalyst for change. I'm a person who wants to come up and let people know that all these relationships that got them bound, you understand what I'm saying? Some people is kind of like blackmail, you know what I'm saying? Once they know your dirty deeds, you understand what I'm saying? They can hold that over your head, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not here. That's why it's good to expose your own dirty deeds so you don't have to do it later. But you gotta know how to stop being your worst own enemy. You understand? You ain't gonna find nobody around here that's gonna tell you I did anything wrong to them. But they all hate me. Good. That's good, because I know I'm doing my job. Everybody like you, there's something back to that picture. And a lot of people will stay in that because they're too afraid. They have a coward spirit, and they don't want to confront evil. See, with me, you understand what I'm saying? I'll confront my own evil, and then, you understand, I'll show it to you, and I'll bet you'll be able to identify with something I'm saying. So know that, you know what I'm saying? People come to your life, they're abundant, you know, and you need to keep that. Them are the ones you need to keep. You understand? Because them were the ones that were sent. You understand what I'm saying? Most people ain't gonna do nothing for you today. People are very self-seeking and greedy, and they're motivated by money. And so within the next month or so, you're gonna see things. Jericho ain't fall, we'll tear it down. Don't worry about it. So nobody told you they love you till you gotta do something with it. So let it be done.